Hey, you're stuck in traffic with Wolf Gorlick. A couple minutes on IT and IT security. When I started these videos, I record right about this spot, which is coming up on my exit for the office. And this was always where there was lots of traffic. There really was, on some days, traffic. But of course, things changed, the pattern shifted. I'm not entirely sure why, but now it's really clear, which is nice. But you never know quite sure how things are going to shift over time. And we start to see that too with signature-based detection, right? So the idea of signature-based detection is you run a hashing function on a file or a piece of traffic. That's one way. And that due to the avalanche effect, which is where small bits in the originating file causes big differences in the hash, you get a unique fingerprint and you say, that right there, that's a bad file, right? You still see MD5 sums being used all the time in forensics and whatnot, and it's still a very important part of most antiviruses. Other ways you look at signatures, like on the traffic layer, not only just hashing, but looking for certain bits, looking for certain signatures, like Snort does, right? So if you see this sequence of bytes in a packet, it could be an attack against Heartbleed. It could be this particular malware. It could be this particular worm. So looking for a known set of conditions that can be mathematically derived quickly by a hash, or that can be directly observed within the data or data stream. And that, of course, feeds off into alerts, right? So for most managed services, they have a predefined set of signatures that they look at. Similar to that, from the IPS side, from the IDS side, applying those same types of concepts on the event logs, what have you. And that works well because with massive amounts of data, you get very quick results. It's a quick way to parse lots and lots of files. And with massive amounts of data, it's a clear signal, right? We saw this, it is this. If you look at the crossover error rate, false positives, false negatives, it's a little bit high. It's trending up, or rather, it's trending down now. Actually, it was trending up in the beginning when we were first wrapping out the signatures, but now that we've got a good handle on what most things look like, it's trending down, and we're starting to see the converse, which is thanks to the avalanche effect. Small changes in the original input have big changes in the resulting hash file. It's very, very easy for an attacker to evade signatures. So signatures are great in that they're fast. Signatures are great in that they can tell you quickly in a large data set what might be malicious. They are not so great in that a determined attacker with a precise target, or even a limited target, right, can oftentimes very easily circumvent them. IPS can be circumvented all the time, and a virus can be circumvented all the time. And most managed SOCs, which are just going off those signature-based rule sets, can be circumvented multiple times. So what to do? We'll talk about that in another video. The main thing is just to understand the limits of these controls. And I at one point in time, I explained that, like, the balloon tower theory of defense, right? So you got the balloons, they go up and down through the maze, and all you need is defenses that can pop enough of these balloons and then stagger enough defenses along the way. Even if you're only getting 50%, at least you're getting a couple balloons out of it. Just know the strengths and weaknesses. Cheers.